Welcome to another video with Edge to Edge Productions. I'm Renee Edge, and I wanted to do a little video on some of the vegan products we use. It is a nice warm day in July, moving towards the end of July, and I just wanted to share some of those because I often get asked, where do you find this, or where do you find this, products, or what do you use for this? So I thought I'd go ahead and share all the products we use every day for everyday use that are cruelty-free. Most of the time they have a lot less chemicals in them as well. So not only are we vegan for the animals, we are drawn more towards chemical-free products as well, and things that are more environmentally friendly. One, being vegan for the animals. Two, I also had a bout with skin cancer. That's why I don't have any makeup on today, so you can kind of see the scar here where I had skin cancer surgery on my face in 2019. So I'll just show you a little bit that we've been enjoying some of the outdoors today, and I went ahead and brought all of our stuff out so that I can share with you what we use and maybe where we found it, and some pricing, things like that. So it's a beautiful day at Edge headquarters, and if we look here, we've been enjoying our little pool setup. And then here we have some of the products. So we'll get right into it. Being vegan for the animals is more than just food, as I had mentioned. It is a lifestyle change. No more leather products, nothing that has ever needed an animal for that product, because it's just simply unnecessary, and it's cruel, and it's mean. And the way that a lot of those animals are used just to get leather or just to get fur or anything like that is a cruel process. And it's totally unnecessary. And as you'll see, I'll show you all the things that we use that it hasn't, we don't lack for anything. Also, the choices we make in life always have an impact on others, whether it be animals or other people. A lot of the things that we buy and use affect the environment. I know for sunblock, and I'll start with that, I use Eminescence is a brand that does not test on animals, and they tend to have a lot less chemicals in them. But I had read in some research about sunscreen that, even when we put it on and go in the ocean, and that sunscreen oils gets off of us, runs off of us into the ocean, it affects the water and the wildlife in the water. So that was pretty telling, and who knows what it was also doing to your skin. It might have been protecting you from the sun in some sense, but it was also harmful to your skin. So this is made in the USA, but it's formulated in Hungary is the origin. But the only active ingredient in this is zinc oxide. So the zinc is what is covering and protecting you from the sun. And I use this, it's SPF 30. And I'll be out all day in the sun after putting this on, and I don't get any kind of sun on my face. So this really works well. So with that, we'll get right into the makeup part. So Jane Iredale is a brand that I use. There's a ton of brands out there that are cruelty-free. Jane also has a lot less chemicals. She's more of a mineral-based type makeup, and I like the way it feels. So I used CoverGirl my whole life, and knowing that I ended up with skin cancer, yeah, they say it comes from the sun, but CoverGirl also, during my research, has talc powder in a lot of their makeups, which also has arsenic, which also is a cancer-causing substance. So no more of that for me. So Liqueur is also, it's by London Town, is a brand of fingernail polish. They are cruelty-free. So they have all different options. This brand is Spa Ritual, and it's also a cruelty-free brand. So, putting fingernail polish on and knowing that it wasn't tested on animals and put in animals' eyes or whatever else they do, for you to have pretty fingernails is nice, and a nice peace of mind. With that, Spa Ritual also creates a vegan fingernail polish remover, which also, it's free of synthetic dyes, pegs, and parabens. So that's nice too. You're not putting some kind of toxic chemicals on your fingernails to take off the polish. With that being said, there is a phone app called Think Dirty, and it's an app you can put right on your phone, and you can scan products. So you could scan this and it will tell you if there's anything harmful in it. So it's a type of app that's still building, so some brands may not be in there, but if you download that app and then take that into the store when next time you go shopping for things, you would be amazed at the shampoos and the soaps and all that kind of stuff that has harmful chemicals in it. So the Think Dirty app is something that you may want to consider when you think about the choices that you make for you and your family. All right, so the a couple other products, we are vegan and we do not have any honey. So we try to be no honey, and we also try to be palm oil free. Palm oil can be it's harmful to the environment as far as how they keep harvesting the palms out of South America, and then it's harmful to the orangutan population. There's like a lot of documentaries out there that explain to you where things come from, whether being food or products, and palm oil is just another nasty thing. And when you start to research a lot of this and you are trying to eliminate something, you'll see that you find it in everything. So palm oil is in a lot of things. But palm oil and honey is also one step further that we try to. When we have an option, we always want to choose the better option. Sometimes you don't have an option, and then you would have to make a decision whether you actually want to use that product or not, if it's worth it to you. Speaking of documentaries on Netflix, so when we first went down this path, we decided to do some research ourselves, and there's a ton of documentaries on Netflix that you can research yourself and do your own homework. There's tons of them on food, like Cowspiracy, Dominion, What the Health. All those things are very helpful when trying to make those changes for your food. But also there's some other ones for chemicals and for the products you use. One is called Stink, just called Stink, and it's on Netflix. That's very helpful. And the other one is The Devil You Know. There's a couple versions of that, but there's one on Netflix that's specific about toxic chemicals in getting into some water in parts of West Virginia, and the companies that were responsible for that, such as DuPont, how they tried to ignore that issue, and it's very telling and very interesting. So those are nice documentaries. So when we talk about also being vegan, you know, there's health reasons behind it, which is how we started. But now that we are vegan for the animals, it's a little bit easier because we're doing something for someone else. And when you make a choice to do something for someone else, sometimes it's very easy to make that decision instead of thinking about it. And if you think about when you see a hurt animal in the road, or so a lot of people, if they see a turtle crossing the road, they will stop immediately to help that turtle. And that is what our human instinct is to help and to be helpful. So when we see animals being hurt, we want to help, and that is our instinct. So we started out being vegan for our health, and it did help our health. We, no high blood pressure, no cholesterol problems, none of that, which we were borderline for that. So now it's perfectly fine. All of our blood work done, and everything is perfect, which is great. But taking that next step and being vegan for the animals makes us never have to question our choices because we're doing it for somebody else. So what I'm trying to say is I think when you do things for your own gain, sometimes it's easy to talk yourself out of it. But when there is another source involved and there's another reason why you're doing things, it may be easy to say, no, I don't want dairy from animals. I don't want, this deodorant that was tested on animals. I would rather choose the other option. So that makes it easy, and you're meeting that need out of love. It's better overall for you, the environment, your soul even. Your body's not full of torture and things that these animals have went through. That energy is not in your body, and you feel better. You really do. So anyway, that's a little bit about how our instinct is to help others, and it makes it easier, very much so. These kind of changes take a little bit of time. So some people, they may just decide overnight, we're getting rid of all this stuff and we're not going back. Some people may take time, and that is perfectly all right, because we have these habits that we've had for all these years, and it's going to take a little time to change that. So more products to get into. I had gotten off on that about honey, because a lot of chapstick has beeswax in it. And yes, some people think, what is wrong with honey? We're saving the bees. We need to save the bees, but we don't save them by stealing their honey. Also, anytime money is involved with anything, there's potential for abuse. Not to say every beekeeper is a bee abuser, but when you think about all the honey that is in the world, it's coming from somewhere. And there's horror stories of queen bees having their wings cut off, and people just do horrible things. So there is alternatives to honey, and there's also an option not to have it. We had thought about having some bees out here just to help the bee population, but not for our own. We don't need their honey. They need their honey. That's why they make it. So they can keep their honey, because we buy Hurrah chapstick, which is no honey. It's vegan. It's cruelty free. This is the mint flavor. It comes in all different flavors, and it is great. Coola is also a brand that has like a lot of the sunscreen type products like Evanescence, but they also have, this is like a SPF, actually it's kind of melted, I must have had this in my purse, but it's like an SPF also for your lips. So this worked out good. This is good. So when you're getting a shower, talk about that, we have found these soaps at Amazon. Most everything so far that I've talked about with the makeup and stuff, that has come from a local spa shop that we have here in Delaware called the Avenue Apothecary. So I'm sure you can find a lot of this stuff online. But this particular soap I had to research, because a lot of soap has palm oil. So in order for us to get not only cruelty-free and vegan, we had to research for no palm oil. So this is vegan and 100% natural. It's made by Anatolia Daphne. I think this whole box was like $11, so there's 6 bars. And they last a long time, and they're all different. These are all different flavors: chamomile, lavender, coconut, almond, rose. So it serves men and women because of the different flavors. Maybe Eric doesn't want to smell rose, but he can smell like almonds. But it's a great soap. It's worked. This is the second time we've ordered it, so it has worked out well. Along with in the shower, so Maui has a brand of shampoo and conditioner. It smells really nice. It's maybe about $6 or $7 a bottle. It has no mineral oil, no silicones, no parabens, no gluten, no sulfated surfactants, no synthetic dye, no oils. Yes, it's vegan. Yes, it's pure coconut water, and yes, it's pure aloe. It is cruelty-free. When I used this on my Think Dirty app, it came back with some things that maybe were questionable on it. So it's not my favorite, but it is vegan. So that's a plus for me. It smells nice, and it works great on my hair. The more better for you option, I guess, is this company called InnerSense. It smells really nice. I think sometimes it smells like Skittles. But this is the conditioner part. It also has a shampoo to match it. This is a little bit more on the expensive side. It was like $30 a bottle. Okay, so moving on to, let's see, shower products, shampoo, things like that. Deodorant. So Schmidt's is a brand that's been around for a while. They make a lot of natural type products. They are cruelty-free and vegan. And the way you can tell that products are cruelty-free is don't say it, but there are a couple symbols to look for, and I don't know if you can see that one, but it is a bunny, looks like a leaping bunny, and it's a leaping bunny symbol. That is cruelty free. So they've went through some checks as far as some of that goes. There's another symbol on this mouthwash that has a bunny as well, and it's small, but it's at the top, and it says cruelty free. Okay, and knowing your ingredients too. So I read the ingredients to everything that we buy. But Schmidt's, this works out well as a roll-on deodorant. It doesn't have any aluminum salts, no propylene glycol, and no artificial fragrance. And if you're wondering, okay, that's great that it doesn't have those things are in regular deodorant that we pick up off the shelves. This is also another deodorant that I didn't like too much. It's a spray. It is cruelty free. It says it's organic. There's only a couple things in it. Alcohol, citrus, lemon, peel oil, sage oil, tea tree oil. So it's got a lot of oils in it. But this is a nice option. You can definitely use that. Okay, so for hair care products too, Aveda. I'll talk about Aveda. They are cruelty free. Aveda, this is a hairspray. I don't use this much, but it is here, and it doesn't have a lot of chemicals in it, but it's cruelty free, which I like. Aveda also has cruelty free hair dye. So if you are into dyeing your hair and you are vegan or you're thinking about making better choices, find an Aveda salon, because they're gonna have their whole line of stuff. The shampoo, hairspray, color, all that stuff is cruelty free. Also, I know there's a lot of hair dyes even off the shelf at Rite Aid that are cruelty free as well. So you just have to seek it out. Once you seek it out, you'll realize there's more options. There's a ton of options at Walmart as far as vegan food, vegan products. You can find them there. I know that they carry the Schmidt's. They carry Tom's, which is a brand we'll talk about in a second. But here's another Schmidt's brand that you can find at Walmart. But most grocery stores have a little natural section, and you can find stuff there. You just have to seek this kind of stuff out. So toothpaste. So I've tried a bunch of different toothpaste, and none of them have like a real fresh feeling. This is Wondermint flavor by Schmidt's. It is vegan and cruelty free. It does have some things in it, but it's fluoride free, dye free, no artificial flavors, that kind of stuff. And of course it has the bunny and the vegan V on it. So that's this is my favorite. I order it a little bit in bulk. Tom's of Maine. So Tom's has been around since 1970. They make soaps, toothpastes, all kinds of products for cruelty free, and they try to have a lot less ingredients, harmful chemical ingredients in them. They also, on the back of this, I'm reading, they are open to sharing every ingredient, its purpose, and its source, which is nice. So that way you know where your items are coming from. But this is Tom's mouthwash, and it's alcohol-free, natural. It's a cool mountain mint flavor, pretty minty. It's okay if you're changing from something like Listerine, which does have, I think they've got dyes in them, like the red 40, or not red, but blue 40 or something like that. I just, why would you use that? I just wouldn't use a product like that has harmful chemicals in it. And you're using it every day. Some people use it more than once a day. That's going to, over time, cause problems. So Tom's doesn't have a lot of things in it that can kill you. So very good product. We're liking it so far. Mouth care. So this toothbrush is a little used, but it's bamboo. And as we grow in the products we use and what we want, there's a lot of plastic in this world. And if you think about all the toothbrushes that end up where they end up, they're all plastic. You might want to consider a bamboo toothbrush. And the bristles are something special about how the bristles are made and things like that too. So we have a new product that we just ordered, and it is called the Last Swab. It is a reusable cotton swab. So we haven't officially transferred this yet because we still have Q-tips left. But if you think about where all the Q-tips go and how many we use a day, this seemed like a better alternative to me. I'm gonna start using this, and I'll have to let you know what we think. But if you have used it, put a comment below, let me know what you think of it. But it looks pretty sturdy, and it's just one cotton swab that you can carry with you wherever you go. Reusable, clean it off, use it again. Eric has his, I have mine. So environmentally friendly alternative to cotton swabs. And I think it's made from recycled plastic or something like that too. So that's nice. All right, a couple other things for around the household items. We have 7th Generation is another brand that is cruelty-free. They have the bunny symbol, and they also have a lot less chemicals in them. Cruelty-free, this is 100% recycled plastic that it comes in. They're trying to be a better brand out there, a better alternative. They also make laundry detergent. They make some other things too. So I like their dish soap. I like how it suds up. I like the smells that they offer, and does a good job. I bought some dish liquid the other day, was in a pinch, and that's all they had. Cruelty free, but it hardly suds up at all. I would not recommend that. It starts with a Echo something, I can't remember, but I didn't like it. Anyways, the 7th Generation is the one that I like. Method, okay? I see this a lot in restaurants and things, where restaurants are all changing over to a more better soap for their customers. But Method makes soaps, they make a dish liquid, they also have laundry detergent. And they have an option for laundry detergent that is no fragrance. So they do have like an all natural clear one, no fragrance. The smells are amazing on it, and it does a great job with the laundry. It is cruelty free, of course. All this stuff is, so it's not tested on animals. It's all 100% recycled plastic, so that's nice. And it has matching dryer sheets that work well. So the dryer sheets, when you first get them, they're a little different, just something different to get used to. A trash bag that we found offline that is compostable, so 100% compostable trash bags. They are 13 gallons, so big enough. They hold up, they don't fall apart on you, they don't they don't rip or anything like that, and you feel a little bit better that they're going to break down quicker, and everything that you put in landfill is going to break down quicker. So these are nice. I think they were near $30 for a box of 100, and then there's a bonus roll of tiny trash bags in there to use for like bathroom trash or something like that. So yeah, so that is really all of our vegan products that we use every day, from our shower products to makeup, to mouth care, to doing dishes, to laundry. As far as cleaning goes, I mainly just use vinegar, but I do use a lot of essential oils for things. So I make a lot of mixtures in these glass bottles, and I'll put some essential oils in them and use that for spiffing up the house smell, or spraying to make the house smell nice, or cleaning, putting essential oils into the cleaning things. So that is really how we maintain that vegan lifestyle. Most of these products I get locally. Just recently with COVID and all that kind of stuff, I've been ordering some of it offline just to, just for as a more of a convenient. But before that, I would always find them at the grocery store. And like I said, we have a nearby spa apothecary that carries a lot of these products as well. So I'm sure that there's some kind of store like that near you that has them. But you know, that pretty much covers it. If anybody has any questions about going vegan or using any of these products or have any suggestions, I'm open to that. And I'm happy to share all this stuff with you to help yourself in your own health journey, but also to save the animals and some of the torture that they go through, and the environment is really going to help that. And you know, as we started this journey a couple years ago, we've noticed a lot more and more products become available. So that tells me that people are making changes and that it's working, because the people that have these products are going to listen to the consumers. And if people are buying more and more of these products, they are going to continue to make them. So every time that we go to the checkout, we're voting. We're voting on what we want. And I'm just asking, you know, I think it's best if we vote for a cruelty-free life. There's no reason for an animal to suffer, for us to have makeup, or for us to be able to stay clean. There's all kinds of alternatives. So I've also noticed that shopping for food and even products sometimes, that the generic products have less chemicals. I've noticed this with crackers. They, you know, the Nabisco brand has palm oil in it. Most of your brands have high fructose corn syrup. So if you're researching what you're purchasing, what you're spending money on and using for your body, you're gonna pay, you know, you're gonna be more aware, and that awareness is it's gonna be something eye-opening to you, because you know the generic crackers are just fine, but they don't have palm oil, so that's great. I found that with graham crackers. There's a cinnamon Giant has a graham cracker that is cinnamon, and it's the generic brand, and it is no palm oil and no honey, so that's great. But there's always an alternative. There's always a better choice. So hopefully you are able to make some changes yourself, even around the house. You deserve better. When we look at the statistics of cancer and things like that in this world and wonder where it's coming from, if you watch that Netflix documentary called Stink, you're gonna freak out, because there is so many chemicals that we are exposed to every day. And what that animal may have went through for you to be able to now have this product is crazy. When I researched some of the makeup that I was using, you know, when I got skin cancer, I was amazed to find out that makeup is not really regulated at all. There is no quality check for it at all, unless there is a problem. Then the government will look into it. So pay attention to what you're putting on your body, in your body, and be a little bit more aware and make better choices. So hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, please like it. Please subscribe to our channel. We'll be talking about vegan lifestyle. We'll be talking about all the things that we get into, real estate, you know, a little bit of everything. So we would love to share some of that stuff with you.